Hello YouTube, this is Big D. It's been a while since I've done a video. My work schedule has changed big time, real big time. Complete opposite of what I've been used to for many years, so I'm still trying to get adjusted to the new hours and everything. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys a couple more knives here. This right here is a switchblade. I know these are illegal in California, but that's okay because it never will leave the house. It's just a cheapy one. It's a 440 stainless, made in China. I have a really good friend that lives in Seattle, Washington, and he picks up knives for me occasionally, and he'll send them to me, things that I can't get here. But really, for a China-made knife, it's actually a pretty well constructed knife. Get a little safety right there so it doesn't deploy accidentally. It's pretty beefy. It's got some weight to it, which I really like. I like a nice heavy knife. When I have it in my hand, I want to know that I have something in my hand. So yeah, just a interesting little toy, part of the collection. Here's another one, John Deere, that he picked up for me. Very small, little tiny knife. It's a cool little switchblade. Pretty much the same thing. It's 440 stainless steel, also made in China. You know, just more of a novelty kind of thing. I had a Harley Davidson one just like this. It was pretty cool, and the pastor of our church is really into Harleys and owned a few of them and rode all the time, and he recently just retired and moved back to Oregon. So I took the Harley Davidson one I had, and I did a black and orange paracord lanyard on it, and I ended up giving it to him for a thank you and a going away gift, and he really liked it, thought it was really cool, so it made me happy. So okay, now we got, this is a Gerber. I'm not sure if I've shown this one yet. I don't think I have. I really like this knife. The only problem is there's no retention whatsoever in the sheath. I will never carry this knife because of that. But actually, as far as the knife itself goes, I really like it. I've seen some reviews on YouTube, and it doesn't really get very good a review. I'm not real sure why. I guess maybe a lot of it has to do with maybe the blade steel or whatever, but I really like it. It fits the hand really good. I sharpened it up. It's not quite hair popping, but it's pretty sharp. I put a little more time into it, and it will definitely shave. So just a cool little knife. And here we have a Schrade. I believe it's called a X timer. Yeah, there's the, it's a little dark. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Another, it's a lower end hunting knife. It's got a ridiculously sharp razor hook, real fat belly, really good for skinning. I love the rubberized handle. This thing just melts in your hand. I mean, it's so comfortable. It hasn't really been used much, a little bit. I've never processed an animal with it. Haven't actually had that opportunity yet to be able to do that. I've just used it for light duty around the campsite, food prep, and cutting paracord and whatever else may need to be done. So we'll move on here to, I have to move my camera back for this one. As you can see, this is a United Cutlery 1993. Back down here, set the box to the side. And this is a Gil Hibben Raptor fantasy knife. Pretty wicked knife. This is a knife that my ex-wife and her sister actually went halves on for me for my birthday back in '93. And I have to say that this is by far probably the best thing that she had ever bought for me throughout the 16 years of marriage. So anyway, I got this one. Really like this knife. It's really cool. I'd like to find a display of some kind to display it. So anyway, there's that one. And also, I was wanting some opinions here. I'm wanting to get my first Spyderco knife. I got about $50 to play with, and I've been looking at the Tenacious or the Resilience, and both of them are. There's only about $8 or $10 difference between the two, and I was just wanting some opinions. I've never owned a Spyderco, never even heard of Spyderco until I got into YouTube, and I just want some opinions from you guys. Which one you think is better? Or from what I can tell, they're both basically about the same knife, just different sizes. So not real sure which way to go. I'll probably go with the bigger one. I like a big knife, so weight's really not an issue. It will be an EDC knife. It'll be switched out in my rotation. I've been carrying the Kershaw 1-ton since probably about mid-November. I'd seen some videos on this, thought it was really cool, and I ended up picking this up for my birthday, and I've been carrying it ever since, and absolutely love it. Only complaint I have is it's a little thin. It's a little thin, yeah. I've dropped it a couple times trying to open it, trying to flip it open. But other than that, I absolutely love this knife. It came razor sharp. I've stropped it a couple of times, and it's still razor sharp, and I use it quite a bit. So, it's a decent size. But even a little bigger would still be fine. I don't really care for anything too much smaller than this when it comes to an EDC. I really like big knives, and like I said, weight's really not an issue for me at all. I'm a pretty big guy, and it's really no big deal. So yeah, if you guys have any opinions or thoughts on the Spyderco, like I said, I'm around probably about the $50 range or so. Kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. Like I said, I've seen the Resilience and the Tenacious, and I've watched hundreds of videos on them both, and I haven't heard anybody speak ill of either one of them at all, other than maybe the weight and possibly the size for EDC. A lot of people think the Resilience is a little big for EDC, but like I said, that's not really an issue to me. So if I'm missing something, or if you guys may have a better idea for my very first Spyderco, feel free to leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it. I'm still learning, still kind of getting into this, and I'm not able to buy knives very often. To be quite honest with you, $50 for an EDC knife is more than I've ever spent in my life. I generally like cheap knives. I have lost a couple over the years that were, you know, $25 knives, and you know, it kind of hurts a little bit, kind of tick you off. But normally I'll wait until Big 5 has a really good sale, and I'll go buy something real cheap. Which actually brings me to this. I actually did that a while back, and I went and picked up this knife, thinking, you know, it's a K-bar. Okay, it's got to be pretty decent. I mean, it's a K-bar. Well, I'm here to tell you folks, don't waste your money. This knife was $14 out the door. It was on sale. This knife's a piece of crap, to be quite honest with you. I've bought generic no-name knives that were, you know, like $8, and they've worked out better than this one. They've held up better than this one. This pocket clip, within a week, came loose. You see the little insert here? Well, there was one underneath the pocket clip. It fell out after about 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, at the most. It's a piece of junk. I carry it in my truck. It's actually clipped on my visor, only because it's got the glass breaker and the seatbelt cutter, and I drive on a levee road quite a bit along the river, so I figure, you know, it wouldn't hurt to, just in case, you never know, I might need to bust out a window and cut a seatbelt for me, or possibly even for somebody else. Other than that, garbage, absolute garbage. I can't even believe K-Bar would put their name on this. These are made exclusively for Big 5. I've never seen them anywhere else, and I've tried to research and find them or whatever. But I'm kind of getting more into you get what you pay for kind of thing. So I'm willing to put out a little more money for a much better knife, you know, to carry. And like I said, this right here normally stays in my truck, and you know, whatever, it won't be carried anymore. I still have to tighten the pocket clip. It's clipped on my visor in my truck, and as you can see, it's still loose. It comes loose just from the vibration, I guess, from driving. I don't know, absolute waste of money. So yeah, I'm getting out of the real cheapy knife, you know, EDC kind of thing, and figure I'll put out a little more money. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm kind of babbling here. So if you guys have any ideas, like I said, on the Spydercos, feel free, let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's another Spyderco out there that would be a good first Spyderco to get. So alright guys, with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'm getting used to this new crazy work schedule, so hopefully I'll be able to get some more videos going, and on a little more regular of a basis. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a great one. Everybody take care. See ya.